a continuation of the soda bread. So I was making soda bread, and I made a little batch of soda bread with some just cooking oil, just out of curiosity. I didn't kind of want to. I had a little bit of cooking oil. I didn't want to add too much because I didn't want to kind of turn it into a dumpling. Dumplings are normally like a third of the weight of the flour as in fat, and I did 50 grams for. I can't remember. Was it? Yeah, 50 grams worth of weight. I did 50 grams in 400 grams of flour. Yeah, that was right. Yes. So 50 grams seemed about kind of a bit right, and I kind of thought we'll have a go at using some mild olive oil as the fat, and we'll give it a bit of a taste test, and we'll use some butter, and we'll use some lard as well. This will be extra nice because it's homemade lard. So, but I'm just curious about the butter and the fat. I think we'll have to. I've melted the lard. I'm going to show you how to make it once, but I'm going to do it 3 times. I've melted the lard to kind of, I think, because I don't want to have to rub in the lard into the flour like you're making a pastry. I just want to pour the lard in and add the other liquid from the milk, which I've just soured with some vinegar. So, right, so there's 400 grams of self-raising flour. I'm not a fan of baking soda, I'm sorry. I know it should be a proper soda bread, maybe baking soda. I just don't like the flavour. So it's self-raising flour, and then I put in a round teaspoon of baking powder, and then a good pinch of salt. So then we need to add 250 grams worth of the soured milk. I'm sure this is the right recipe. And then hopefully I'll have 50 grams worth of lard in my container. If we need a little bit more, I shall just add. I'm doing it off camera because my scales don't want to work much on the board, and it's a metallic surface, so it's a bit shiny. So hopefully we've got. There we go. I've got just enough lard. So mix this together. Yeah. So as the fat's melted, it should just mix straight into it, like making a hot water pastry. If you've ever made that for a pork pie. But I didn't want to have to rub the fat into the flour, because then we get into the realms of making pastry, and that's not what I wanted to do. So, might be. No, I think it'll be okay. Soda bread's more of a, it's like a rough recipe, and then sometimes you have to have a little bit more liquid, or a little less liquid, depending on how you kind of do. So you don't have to mix it too much. Just get that extra off there, and then we'll put it onto the baking tray. It's got some baking parchment on, so rough loaf shape. It's looking alright, is that? I'm just curious about the taste of it, so I'll just make a better ball than that. Like that. Those bits want to go on there and there. I always put right the extra flour on, stop the knife from sticking, and most people just score, like a light score like that for the top. I like to go all the way through, and then it kind of gives an idea of portions, and if you put it on the table, then people can just help themselves to whatever they kind of got. Maybe they could have been a little bit more even sixths, but there you go. That's the idea. A little bit more flour, I think. So I'll do the others with the olive oil and butter. Melt the butter in the same way that I did the lard, just a little bit of hot water, just so it mixes into the flour a lot easier. And then we'll bake these, and we'll see, have a taste, and see which one's kind of nicer, and if it kind of works. Oop, camera's moving. So this is the lard one. That's the butter one, and these are 2 olive oil ones. So let's give it a try. We'll give a small piece of the lardy one. Let's break up. Taste that. Smells lardy. Surprise, surprise. That's really nice. The olive one. Nice again. And then the buttery one. I think they're all nice. They all work. I think any more fat than so a 400 gram flour mix, any more than 50 grams worth of fat, I think it's going to start becoming to the realms of a dumpling kind of taste. So like the fat would become too heavy. But I think as a bread substitute, you know, I kind of think adding a bit of fat just takes that soda bread to a kind of different kind of level. My favourite's the lard, obviously. But there you go. I think that's a good kind of roast. I don't want to. If I put any more in, it's going to be a dumpling, and I know what dumplings taste like. Although it will be kind of quite interesting, because dumplings are normally made with suet. I will make some dumplings just using this kind of method, but upping the so dumplings are like a third more. So like for 400 grams, it would be like 100 grams worth of fat. So it'll be slightly more, but suet's kind of quite expensive. I just wonder if I could just do it the same way and kind of not buy suet. So we'll kind of have to see. That'd be kind of quite interesting. That's another video for another time.